Shout out to my people. Shout out to my people. Sending love, positivity, and good vibes to my people, man. I hope you guys are doing good today. I'm doing great. Today, I just wanted to bring up the topic of co-parenting in 2024. So, I got two daughters that I take care of, and I love them. That's my why. But it gets hard. And I know that if I'm experiencing what I'm experiencing, there's people out there that have to be going through the same things. We grew up off of that R&B love. We grew up with a lot of examples. I don't know about you, but in my family, I'm really the only one that's single. I'm the one in the family that isn't married, I should say. I guess I'm the outcast. But, I want to be married. That's the thing. Telling you guys where I come from. I come from marriage. I inspire to be married. I salute these couples that have been married for 10, 20, 30, 50 years. Like, that's a goal of mine. I want to get married one day. But I look around and I see the relationships. The people that are in relationships, a lot of those people ain't happy. They putting on the front for society. You'll see the highlights of them taking pictures or doing this and that, but behind closed doors, a lot of relationships are toxic. Not all, but a lot are. Nowadays, women would rather have your kid than get married to you. It's a lot of baby moms out here and a lot of baby dads. And I say all this with a grain of salt. I don't want to seem holier than thou. I wish I did do it right. I wish that I was married. And I see a lot of people going through the same things. Wanting to have that family, but it not working out. And I feel like a lot of things come into play. More than anything, I'm going to focus on the men. Because with men being weak, it allows our society to get thrown off. I feel like it's a lot of weak men. A lot of simps. It's a lot of guys out here that would do any and everything for these females. And a lot of men move off of their emotions, of how they feel. Back in the day, being a masculine man, it was to provide and protect. And in our society, I felt like we lost that, Dad would do any and everything to put food on the table. Well, now that women can go out and get the bag, now that women don't need men to provide for them, that dynamic has changed our society a lot. There's a lot of weak men out here that aren't willing to provide, that aren't willing to protect. So with weak men, a lot of men became simps in the world and not focused on being a man. A lot of men are focused on the wrong things. And I speak through experience. I was focused on having a roster, going out, having fun, turning up. I was focused on buying shoes, tattoos, hair, dreads, materialistic things. I was focused on everything but what I needed to focus. I was focused on going on vacations, getting money. But recently I figured out the number one thing that us men need to be focused on, besides providing and protecting, is the 3 P's. Providing, protecting, and living our purpose. If you're providing, protecting, and living your purpose, that's what makes you a man. If you're not providing, protecting, and living through your purpose, I'm saying all this to say it's a lot of women out here that are getting let down by men because they're not providing, protecting, and focused on their purpose. And because of that, we have women that are only focused on fun. These women are fed up, rightfully so. Who would want to be in a situation where you gotta pick up the slack because he's not providing? You don't feel safe with him because he's not in the gym. He's not taking care of his responsibilities. You don't trust him. So if you don't trust him, if you don't believe in him, and he's not providing for you, and he's not living out his purpose, focused on, how to better himself. A lot of women have been in relationship after relationship after relationship, and they got the short end of the stick. Wouldn't you give up too? If you was faced with weak man after weak man after weak man, and you keep investing, he's not doing what God put him on this earth to do. He's content. He's living in his comfort zone. Men are weak in this society. I just feel like we can't put the blame on these females, even though these females have just as much to blame as the men. Because females now are focused on fun. Female now are only focused on the guys with the bag. Females now are invested into themselves because they've been let down for so long. So co-parenting in 2024, you got a lot of females listening to alpha females, city girls. You got a lot of females listening to Sexy Red, Cardi B, Nicki. And I'm all for, women's empowerment, but these women are teaching women how to be women, but aren't even taking their own advice. You got women out here twerking, got a roster, dealing with this dude and that dude, but not isolating and putting themselves in the best situation and becoming a woman in order to manifest the right man into their life. But I say that all to say, more than anything, take care of those kids. Be in those kids' life no matter what. You gotta be able to do whatever you have to do to become the man that you need to become, because you're a man and there's no excuses. So this message is really to the men out there. We need to become stronger for them. We need to become stronger. So once we start raising our frequency, it's only right that they'll start raising theirs. Us men, we need to stop being weak for women's looks. We need to really start vetting these women, holding them accountable. And I'm trying to give you, especially you young cats that don't have kids yet, work on yourself, love yourself, fix yourself first, and attract that love into your life. So I just wanted to bring up co-parenting in 2024. You know, it's hard. It's rough. You know, I wish that I had a family and we were married and we lived together and it was happy ever after. But a lot of people, I look around and they don't have that either. And I just want you guys to know that, you know, no matter what decision you make, but more than anything, you know, we gotta switch from being that weak man. Look in the mirror. Hold yourself accountable. Take responsibility more than anything. Go back if you can, fix that. Whatever you got with your baby moms, fix that. You might not be able to get back in a relationship with her and fix all that, the relationship, but do what you gotta do to be a parent to your kid. Then love yourself. You know, it's steps into becoming a strong man. It steps into growing and learning from your old mistakes. But, you know, that's what life is. It's about growing, evolving, and learning. So if you anything like me, you know, co-parenting in today's day and age is trash. I wish I was married. I wish I was in a relationship. I wish we was building our empire. But more than anything, I gotta look myself in the mirror. I gotta move forward. I gotta love myself, and I gotta keep going. And I feel like it's a lot of people faced with the same things that I'm talking about. You know, take this advice. Become the most strong man that you possibly can become. Don't focus on love. Love yourself. And I guarantee you, if you do that, you'll find the right one. So don't look for love. Attract love into your life. Because, man, co-parenting is trash in 2024. And I don't wish this shit on nobody. It is what it is now, you know. I take it with a grain of salt. Me and her moms is cool. And we do what we do to the best, you know, we know how. But you as a man, hold yourself accountable and take care of your responsibilities. Do whatever you got to do to be that example. No matter what you've been through, no matter, you know, what situation you in, you got to look at it with a grain of salt. You know, it's one of the hardest situations I got to deal with, but hey, I look at it as I got the biggest blessing out the situation. So I love you guys. It's positivity, good vibes. Say bye.